I'm Manas Mehta.
My name is Ansh Chawla.
So MBA,
DBE,
DBE,
MBA.
right? Fun,
Friends.
great. So food,
I like
Delhi,
food.
great. Greetings and a very warm welcome to the official YouTube channel of the Department of Business Economics, University of Delhi. Here we are with another episode of Internship Stories 3.0, where we delve into the experiences and notable achievements of our seniors during their summer internship program. I am Manas Mehta from the 2026 batch, your host for today. And to kick off this episode of Internship Stories, we have here with us Mr. Ansh Chawla from the 2025 batch, who successfully completed his summer internship at ICICI Bank. We will have a small glimpse of his journey, how he landed the opportunity, and what was it like working as a summer intern at ICICI Bank. So without any further ado, let's hear it from him. Hi Ansh, welcome to Internship Stories 3.0. How are you doing today?
I am doing pretty good today, Manas. Thank you so much for inviting me this season. It is a good day out here.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Likewise, it is a very good day out here, and I'm also doing great. Before delving into your internship journey, let's have a small introduction about yourself.
So, as you guys may have guessed from the video description, my name is Ansh Chawla. In my graduation, I pursued Bachelor's of Commerce Honours from the Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, New Delhi. As soon as I completed my graduation, I joined the Department of Business Economics, and currently I am pursuing my specialization in analytics and finance.
Thank you for your introduction, Ansh. And now I would like to ask you, how did you develop your interest in finance and banking, and what led you to this path?
Right. So my interest in finance was developed through a purely theoretical point of view. In my graduation, I had a subject called Fundamentals of Financial Management. In this subject, the first chapter we learn about is time value of money. So when I actually learned about that chapter and how the value of money changes, with respect to time, what is compounding, what is discounting, what are the net present values. So when I first learned about these things, it was like a completely new world to me, which fascinated me a lot. It completely changed my perspective of how to think about money as a whole. So that is how I got interested into finance.
That is very interesting to know, Ansh. So now I would like to ask you, what was it about ICICI Bank that caught your attention, and why did you choose it for your SIP?
Right. So when I was looking for a company to intern in, I wanted a company where I could learn and grow. So when ICICI came as an opportunity in our campus, I knew this would be a very good opportunity for me because ICICI is one of the biggest banks in our country, right? So I knew if I get the opportunity to intern with such an organization, I would be able to learn a lot and my growth would be exponential.
Amazing, Ansh. So, could you walk us through a typical day as an intern at ICICI Bank? What was it like working as an intern at ICICI Bank?
Right. So it was an amazing experience working with ICICI Bank. It was a very learning experience. I got to learn a lot about how the Indian banking sector works. So talking about my day to day, I used to work on the project that was assigned to me. I used to have meetings with my mentor wherein I used to update him about how the project was going, and in which direction should I go further, what should I do next about the project. I also tried talking to other employees that were there so that they could help me if I am stuck in doing something. And from these people, from my mentor, I got to learn a lot about what our product offerings were and about the Indian banking sector as a whole. So I would say it was a great learning experience.
That indeed sounds very fascinating to a junior like me, Ansh.
Right.
So, now could you shed some light upon some essential skills or certifications that you believe are crucial for landing an internship like ICICI Bank?
Right. So I would like to highlight two most important skills that I found to be pretty useful. So first is Excel. So Excel is used throughout the industry no matter where you intern at. So I believe you should have a good understanding of Excel, have a good understanding of how to go about analyzing data in Excel. And the second skill I would like to talk about are soft skills. So these are skills that would help you, represent yourself better no matter where you go. Even if we talk about interviews, so if you have good soft skills, you are able to represent yourself in a much better way. By soft skill, I mean in terms of your speaking ability and so on.
Right, right. So those were some really great points, Ansh. So talking more about some soft skills and interviews, like how did you prepare for the interview process, and was there any specific strategy that helped you the most or helped you to stand out? And could you just share some tips for students like us preparing for ICICI Bank or other internships?
Right. So as far as preparation of interviews is concerned, I like to divide my preparations into different segments. So let's say the first segment is theoretical part. So being a student of the Department of Business Economics, company do expect us to know about microeconomics, macroeconomics, statistics and all. So I first like to prepare my theory subjects. Then I try and move on to the HR questions. So there are a basic set of HR questions that you should have a knowledge about, in terms of what you want to talk about, in these HR questions. I also like to do puzzles. So Geeks for Geeks is a very good website wherein you can learn about lot about the puzzles part, and also just uh, try and practice your answers before going into an interview. That helps a lot.
Again, those were some really great insights, Ansh. Thank you so much. So now let's shake things up a little bit,
Right.
and with a little fun segment or a little out of the box segment, we like to call this role reversal.
Right.
So in this segment, like I'd like you to switch places. Like
Oh.
imagine you're the host, and you can ask yourself anything, any one question, or anything you've always wanted to ask yourself, or maybe a fellow intern. Let's see what you come up with.
I think a good question at this point would be how to get the most out of your internship no matter where you are. So, to answer this, I believe whenever you are joining an intern in any organization, so you should always keep yourself open to learning. When you join an organization, you should try and learn from the people that are already working there as much as you can. You should ask them questions. So that is something that you should try and do.
A really great question and a really great answer as well. So let's move on to another segment and make this a little bit more fun. And this
Right.
segment is the rapid fire segment.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's
So
go.
I'll ask you some random questions and you have to be rapid with your answers. So are you
I'll
ready?
try my best.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
let's begin. So MBA,
DBE,
DBE,
MBA,
right. Career,
fulfilling,
great. Friends,
fun,
fun,
friends,
great. So food,
I like
Delhi.
food,
Great. So, hobby?
basketball,
Oh, great hobby. Stress buster?
movies.
Great. So, those were some really superb answers to my rapid fire questions. And lastly, before we wrap up, any final advice for the juniors who are watching this and who aspire to walk in your shoes?
Right. So the last piece of advice that I would like to give all of you would be that before going into an interview, you should try and you should try and talk to a friend, so that and tell him to hype you up before you going into an interview. That really gives you a confidence boost when you enter the interview room, and hopefully everything goes well.
Fantastic advice. So, thank you so much for your time and for such valuable insights. It's been a pleasure having you here, Ansh.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Manas.
It was a pleasure. So I'm sure the viewers learned a lot from your experience. And that's a wrap for this episode of Internship Stories 3.0. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And if you found the video insightful, do like, share, and comment on the video. And don't forget to subscribe our official channel for more such inspiring stories. See you all in the next one.